Manchester United preparing here to be a part of the opening act of another major European club season. An epic tale lies ahead, a footballing drama to unwind over the course of the next 10 months. One where the central cast, both team and individual, will get to write their own story should they survive long enough. This, episode 1. Old Trafford rising to the occasion as only Old Trafford can. Some terrific scenes at the Stretford end. So here it is, what we've all been waiting for. Make sure you are strapped in and ready to go.
Well, the biggest show in town just now, Peter, and everyone wants to be a part of it. A competition that seems to draw out the whole gamut of emotions. And in keeping with that, we've got an atmosphere with a real sense of enthusiasm here. And I'm hoping we get lift-off once this game kicks off.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Nemanja Matic. He's a top-class defensive midfielder. He's physically dominant and is excellent at using those long legs to pinch the ball away with a clean tackle. He's a great anticipator of the game and just seems to be able to slot in wherever he's needed most, snuffing out opposition attacks before they can really get going.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Van der Beek does well there, alert. Just brushed off the ball there. Nicely measured pass. He's gone for it! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Up to meet it! Lokomotiv Moscow seem happy to let their strikers roam out wide.
I wouldn't want that.
No?
No, well, my worry is that their main threat is being shifted out of contention.
And now the breakaway. And here's Cavani. Referee has just said play on. And the counter is on. He's left his man. Tries to stroke it through. And the ball's come out. Hoists it high. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Now it's Cavani. Bruno Fernandes. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Into the box. Goalkeeper's ball. Krychowiak. Still nothing to reflect upon in terms of goals here. It is 0-0. Now, and the shot! Back of the net! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, and he knew all along what he wanted to do, and it's a really great instinctive finish.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming. Still, there's a fair bit of time if you're going to think about defending it now.
And he's there to clear it. Shaw gets it back, goes to the cross. Rashford. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Couple of changes then in quick succession. Pogba with the delivery. Trying to get there. Plenty waiting in the middle. Alex Telles plays it back in. Bailly. And it's Alex Telles. Loses his balance and loses the ball.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Manchester United are running out of time to save themselves. Rashford. And here's Cavani.
Manchester United have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
And here's Cavani. So that's it. It is all over. Well, it's not quite the end of the world, but it doesn't help. A defeat in the first game. Now they need to... Manchester United didn't exactly get off to the perfect start in this competition. If anything, it was a little deflating in their opening game. Early days, of course, and any win here would enable them to change the mood entirely. Certainly they're looking to avoid defeat if possibly they can. No need for panic here. The atmosphere, one of purpose and promise. The stands here, the Curva, as the locals call them, make for quite an impressive sight. All in support of the grand old lady of the Italian. Has a hit! It's anyone's ball. Bernardeschi gets rid without sophistication. And here's Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Bruno Fernandes has a goal! Goal! Manchester United! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter, before they can actually say that the job is over.
Morata showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Real chance! In it goes! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And here's Morata. Juan Mata. Alexandro. Has gone out. Quadrado drives it forward. He goes long. Rashford, and he's onside. Gets up to head it. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're already into the second period.
Manchester United clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, things really should improve.
Arthur. Bernardeschi. Alexandro. Bernardeschi. A buccaneering run from the defender. Up for the header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Morata really showed that he wanted it more than anyone else, but maybe heading requires extra practice.
Bernardeschi gathers from the goal kick. And here's Cavani. Rashford. This fires from distance. Now the counter. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Oh, what a ball! It's Cavani! Cleared away. Quadrado. And it's Matic. Cavani. Alexandro. De Ligt. Quadrado. Bentancur. Cristiano Ronaldo. Morata. Shoots! Goal! Juventus! And the comeback is complete!
Juventus are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Juventus take the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Arthur. And here's Morata, looking to force his way through. He's had a shot! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Morata simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Quadrado. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Lovely feet. Good challenge, stood up well against his man. Quadrado. Chance! And with that, the final whistle. Manchester United have thrown it away. It was in their grasp, and they let it go. So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here, and we just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. Old Trafford rising to the occasion as only Old Trafford can. Some terrific scenes at the Stretford end. And as you can see, we've already started here. Manchester United get it back again. Wan-Bissaka plays it forward. Keeper's got good distance on that. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Can't get the better of his opposite number. It's a loose ball. Out to the right. Up for the header! Goal! Manchester United! A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Manchester United draw first blood here.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Going through. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Oh, he's had a shot! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Bailly is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Looking for a decent ball in. Great leap! And he's there to make a great save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Classy plays it short. Knocks one in. And he's cut it out. Breaks on here. Van der Beek looking to penetrate opposition lines. Van der Beek gets it out to the wing. Can he deliver? Oh, that's neat. Van der Beek. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bizot gets it upfield. And it's been taken straight back.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
Real chance! This could spell danger. It's a mistimed tackle, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is That is going to be the final action of the first half. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And we're already back underway here. Gets wrestled off the ball. Alex Telles concedes a free kick for that.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Maguire gets into the right position to intercept. Good idea, just poorly executed. Floats one over. Well read, he sorted that out. Van der Beek. And here's Cavani. Van der Beek. Martial. Oh, what a ball! Here comes the corner. AZ have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Alex Telles. Van der Beek. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. Yeah, and he has... And the shot! In he goes again! Cleared away. Oh, didn't catch it right. That'll go straight through to the keeper.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Pogba. His move looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Goes down, but nothing given. The final 5 minutes. And here's Cavani. Martial. And that's sprayed out wide. Final seconds, this has to be it. Classy. Chance! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it!
Well, the goalkeeper would have helped to make his mind up on how he was going to finish it.
So, and that's it. Manchester United cannot understand what they've done. From a position of strength, they have contrived to lose. Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Paul Pogba. He could be a real game changer for this team.
Big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
He's through them, shapes to shoot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
So who's he picking out? This could fall anywhere! Has a pop! It's off target and by quite a way.
Manchester United really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. RZ seem happy to let their strikers roam out wide.
I wouldn't want that.
No?
Well, my worry is that their main threat is being shifted out of contention.
He's left his man. There are a few waiting for it. And the finish! And the ball's come out. Up to meet it! He will be livid with himself. And here's Rashford. Cavani. That's a good... He's gone for it! Greenwood with a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Bizot reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
I doubt he'll score too many, which come easier than that, Peter, but just look at his movement. He knew instinctively that the keeper would struggle to hold on to it.
So we have our breakthrough.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Plays it. Rashford! That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work out.
Two minutes to be added on. And the half-time whistle goes. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They work tirelessly for me.
Manchester United having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the finish! Oh, great save, real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Point-blank header! Harmlessly behind. Classy. Manchester United are still that goal to the good. Bruno Fernandes, very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. Bizot sends that a long way. Hoists it forward, and here's Cavani. Greenwood, he's had a shot! And that has been clubbed away. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Was he just trying to be a little too clever then? I mean, it's hard to say, but one thing's for sure.
Shoots! Oh, wow! An absolute pile driver! A finish right from the top draw! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
So that's two now without reply. And he has been fouled there. Flahr. Now it's Cavani. Finds himself eased off the ball. And it's Cavani. Classy. No foul, says the referee. He's got options out wide. Oh, nice touch. A chance to play it in. RZ, get it back again. He could be in here. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. And some players have clearly taken issue here, and things are threatening to boil over.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a kick.
He's had a crack. Oh, that's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Deep, deep into injury time! Dispatched expertly, nicely done. RZ, and that's that. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? Well, hello, a very warm welcome to you wherever you are for what looks as though it is going to be a crucial game in the group stages. It was always going to come down to this eventually. The margin for error has been removed and we deal with absolutes. What can happen here over a very short span will be definitive. The group stages have to lose some teams, and that is where these teams are focused. No doubt this will be a brilliant, unmissable game for the neutrals, but it is laced potentially with... That's pretty clear, it is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Oh, what a goal! He's got himself a peach of a goal! The breakthrough strike! Dispatched expertly, nicely done. Lokomotiv Moscow have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
That's the way you go about things if you want a
big chance! Oh, it's there! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Manchester United grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right.
And the shot! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Hoists it forward. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. It goes for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact. minutes till half-time. Plays it out to the wing. Look at the defender bombing forward. And he's there to cut it out. Juan Mata. Oh, that's a waste. Throw it. That's not going to make it. Rashford. Alex Telles. Oh, really good feet from him. Manchester United have a free kick. Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here. And that has been cleared. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Juan Mata. Whipped in. And there's the end of the first half. What it has been an even contest, as the scoreline suggests, and it has been more than decent to watch. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Up towards the front line. Chorluka gets into the right position to intercept. Oh, he's broken through. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Manchester United are down to 10 men.
I gave him a decision to make, Peter. Concede the foul or expose his keeper to a one-on-one encounter.
He's trying the shot. Oh, that is special! A finish of true class! And they get themselves in front! And he's produced a beauty. Lokomotiv Moscow get themselves into the lead. This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly, and it needed that.
Ball through, Neat has a pop! Oh, that is rather wayward.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Kukoviak. And the counter is on. McTominay plays it forward. And it's Rashford. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Cavani looking as though he's being given special treatment here. Treatment he could well do without.
Well, as a presence, Peter, he's the important link, so he attracts most attention.
Towering header! Oh, it should have been the equaliser.
Cavani must have known he could ill afford to miss that. He's Mr. Angry now.
Good take, and he tries a shot!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Cavani shapes to shoot! And the ball's come out! Manchester United get it back again. Good ball, it's found its target. Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. He's one-on-one! Real chance! It's there! And with that goal, Manchester United are out. Just not good enough. They've barely got a foothold in the competition before slipping out of it. They have fallen short.